Hello.
Hello, Charles.
It is.
Oh, hello, Charles. My name is Max. I'm calling you because one of the relationship managers here with Direct Home Buyers, and I had on my file that you had spoken to Mateo, and I noticed that we weren't able to do business with you. And I'm not calling to try to convince you or anything. I just want to see what we could done better or do better the next time, right, to help more people. Is it okay if I ask you a few questions about how the experience was?
You can ask. Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah, typically, when we don't work with someone, because we work with a lot of people and we help a lot of people across the country. And typically, when we don't work with someone, we always try to figure out how we can get better. Just out of curiosity, for our sake, what was the one thing that you just didn't feel comfortable working with us?
Well, hold on just a second.
Sure, sure.
There, I'll put you on speakerphone again.
Okay, no problem.
Well, it was as we talked, the price just kept going down
Okay,
and down. Each time it would go down just a little more.
got it. So when you
And now the property is in mine and my wife's name,
okay,
and we had settled on a price
mm-hmm.
that I had my wife convinced on, and then it turned out $2,000 less than that. My wife
Oh.
just said no. My wife just said no. Forget it.
Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. So, what? Just to kind of catch up with you a little bit, because I don't know like the whole story. So it looks like there was an initial offer of 8,000, but you're saying it was 2,000 less than what you were hoping to get, or your wife, I'm sorry, was
So
hoping to get for it.
the original offer was for 10,000,
Oh, I see. Okay.
and when it went down to 8,000, that was my wife said no. Forget it.
Oh, okay. Got
And
it. Got it. I see. And so
I'm not going to change her mind because she is adamant now. She wants to keep it and rehabilitate it. You know, ourselves.
I see. And again, I'm not calling to change your mind or anything, right? My job today is I'm not the salesperson, and my job today is just to figure out what we did wrong. So besides the price, so it sounds like, actually, before I ask you that question, so it sounds like to me, even if what Mateo was to call you back and offer you the 10,000 that you were hoping for, what would happen next?
Well, I'd still have to go back and convince my wife again. Because it kept going down and down, she is firmly convinced the whole thing's a fraud.
Oh wow, no, we're sorry about that. No, definitely we don't want you to feel like that. I mean, we buy houses nationwide. I mean, I can tell you right now we have probably properties in about 5 states right now. And just out of
And I
curiosity,
know,
for us, what was it that made you think that it was a fraud?
the price kept going down.
Oh, okay, but nothing else besides the price.
No,
Okay,
just the price. Now Mateo, he was professional, and
okay,
nothing to fault him. It was just
got it.
the price.
Right.
Now that, plus the fact that my wife noticed something. Every time you call, it's to a spoofed phone number.
Like it came out as like what do you mean spoof? I'm sorry.
Okay, where are you at now?
So we have so going back to my original comment, we have multiple numbers that we work out of just because we buy houses in Florida, we buy houses in Alabama. We're all over the nation.
Okay, but every
Yeah.
time you called, it showed a different number.
Okay.
And
I always
here's
use
the
this
thing.
number. I always use this number. And we're again, because we buy properties nationwide, there's probably going to be a different number always. But you can call me back on this number and I'm picking up. I can guarantee you that.
Okay, well, I'm not doubting you on that. It's just that my wife tried on a couple of the others, and
Okay.
it
Maybe he was
came up
calling you
saying,
from,
well, if you know your person's extension, enter it now.
and it wouldn't let you through.
No,
Oh, interesting. Maybe Mateo forgot to give you the extension.
so well,
Okay. Well, let's if there's a way that, again, I don't know if I can. Again, I'm not the one that makes these types of decisions. My job today is just to figure out what happened, what we can do better. Excuse me. I'll go back to my Theo and I'll tell them, hey, man, it sounds like they want, they want it to be more at 10,000. So I know that you probably have to go back to your wife. Talk to her, and I get the whole number thing. I'll make sure I get that corrected. I appreciate that feedback, by the way. That
Well,
we want to make sure.
I got her convinced one time on the 10,000. See, the thing is, we've got considerably more than that invested in the property. It's just that we had
Of course.
a bad renter that really trashed it out. It's a small town, and we had an elderly renter who turned up with a 35-year-old crackhead girlfriend.
Wow.
Now, when he's gone, they trashed the place on the way out, and I'd get everything cleared out, and they'd come back and break in.
Wow.
And I mean, the damages that they've done are extensive.
Oh.
So it would take me, not counting the fact that the whole place, all the vegetation's died, it would probably take me somewhere between 12 and 15,000 to renovate it.
The whole house, or just the landscaping?
The house.
Oh, got it. And you would do all the work yourself?
The landscaping yet. Well, my oldest son keeps telling my wife, well, yeah, I'll take a couple of weeks off and come down and help with it.
Yeah, I see.
Or his father-in-law, that's what his father-in-law does. He buys distressed properties and
got it.
Rehabilitates them and uses them as rentals.
Right.
But he's close enough to deal with it. I'm 150 miles away.
Oh, I see.
Now, our original, if it weren't for the medicals, our original intent was to use that as my retirement home.
Okay. And I
wanted to set it up completely off the grid,
Yeah.
Between solar and a generator. And I've got a propane tank there.
Yeah.
A huge one.
Right. Okay.
250 gallons of propane is a lot of propane.
That is a lot. Yeah. No, definitely. That's a huge tank. Okay. And then, so it sounds like you have options, which is great. I know a lot of times when we talk to people who have sold us properties in the past, a lot of times they don't have the options that you do. If you have the money, you have the time, or the people, the resources to get it done, it's that's great. That's great. Congratulations on your part. Like I said, a lot of people in the past have sold us properties. Typically they have to sell for various reasons, but so why don't I do this? I'll go back, I'll talk to Mateo again. Like, I'm not a numbers guy, I'm not a sales, I don't do none of that. I just want to make sure, I just want to call for the initial feedback. And then, when do you think you would talk to your wife where he can give you a call back if he was to able to offer the 10,000?
Well, I think to get my wife involved again, it'd probably go over 10 now, because once she gets PO'd, that little short Mexican is tough to deal with.
Like a firecracker.
Oh, yeah.
Chile picante, huh? You speak Spanish too?
Yeah.
Do you speak Spanish?
Yeah, I speak Spanish.
Oh, okay. Muy bien, muy bien.
It's, when I was in the military, I was with the 8th Special Forces Group at the time.
Yeah.
We were in Panama, and we ran the School of the Americas.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Which, that's basically a military academy for our allies in Central and South America.
Right. Okay.
So none of my students spoke English.
Right.
I had to learn Spanish.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. No, I mean, you acclimate to the language and the culture.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. When you say, because of everything that's happened, she's PO'd, excuse me. When you say more than 10,000, what do you mean by that?
Well, originally she was asking 40. And I kept telling her, no, with all the damages and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but that's on nearly 2 acres, and it's got its own well, septic tank, and everything.
Okay.
Rehabilitate the house. You know, once there's water coming up out of the well, that's not going to be a problem to, you know, get the landscaping back.
Yeah. What does it take to make that happen? To get that water coming out of the well?
Well, that's just a matter of putting a new control unit in the well house.
Okay.
They ripped that out to get the copper wire.
Yeah. Okay. Dang.
But
a lot of stuff happened to that property while it was seems like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
A lot happened. Now, if I do rehabilitate it, I'm going to put even more money in it.
Yeah.
Bring it off the grid. I mean, I'm still close enough up there to go to medical appointments. It's just far enough away. I don't really want to deal with it. But
yeah, I get it. Well,
she's got a lot of friends up there, and she's still not happy living in. To her, El Paso's big city.
Yeah.
You know, and to me, I grew up in Pittsburgh. El Paso is still a small town.
Oh yeah, compared to Pittsburgh for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, and I've lived a lot of places bigger.
Yeah.
And you know, lived in a lot of different cultures too. Everybody thinks the traffic is bad here. I was a cop in D.C. for, let's see, a little over 6 years.
Right.
Go try to drive into D.C. I lived 8 miles away from, you know, out into Virginia, away from my office, and that was a 2-hour commute.
Yep. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that's pretty heavy traffic there.
Yeah, I took to going to work on a bicycle.
Wow. Because it was probably faster. Probably faster.
Yeah, it was. It was only a 1-hour commute.
Yeah, that's amazing when that happens. Well, I don't want to take up too much of your time, Charles. So I'm gonna reach back out.
I'll give you a call back if I get her anything on there, and if she comes down from what she originally thought. But
yeah, I mean, at 40,000 or even close to that, I mean, I wouldn't be your buyer.
No,
we probably wouldn't be the buyers then. But if we can get close to what she would originally want it, maybe.
I might convince her on half of that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 10,000 is, I think. Well, I'm gonna talk to Mateo. I think if she wants the 10,000, there's a
give her a little time to cool down too.
Okay, so
call me in about 2 weeks.
Okay, so you're thinking about 2 weeks that you have already talked to her, and she's gonna feel a little more. She's gonna be a little more relaxed, and then get this thing moving.
Yeah.
Okay. And again, I'm gonna go back to Mateo.
I talked to her right now.
Yeah.
I talked to her right now. She's just gonna dig her heels in.
Yeah, and then you and I both are gonna be in the doghouse.
Yeah. That's true.
Sounds good, Charles. Well, I'll do that. I'll let Mateo know that the conversation's still open. You know, potentially. We'll let. Is your wife's name's Natalia, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'll let him know that you and Natalia will have a conversation sometime next week, and then he can give you a call. Okay.
Okay.
All right, Charles. Take care. Thank you very much for the time, sir. And I make sure I notate everything you told me today.
Okay. Have a good one now.
You too. Bye. Don't play with me, boy. I want
to jump in so freaking bad on that call, man, and call him out. Because, bro, the recording is there. Come on. We agreed $8,000. And he even told me, yeah, she's listening here, and we are good to go.
I know. I didn't want to make it adversarial because I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm quote unquote the relationship manager. That I guess what we can do is no, I get what you're saying. I just was like, let me see if I can get this guy back on our side a little bit.
Yeah, of course, man. No, you'd be awesome. You just like, how people.
You know the truth. Yeah, I know, bro. I know what you were. I would feel the same way on the other line. Like, that's a lie.
I was crazy here. Like, I want to jump in and help me out. And